In this video, I want to talk about some of the upgrades that I did in order to better suit me out in the backcountry. If you want to take this bike far off road in the middle of nowhere, basically you don't have to do anything, guys. It's a Honda. Just take it out and go. To be honest, so I had this bike June. It's going to be 2 years. I still don't have a toolkit. I know I should get one. I was always researching which one should I get, but never bought one. And thank God, never needed to use it until recently. Not on my bike, but on the other CRF 300L that we had. I'll get back to that why. But first things first, definitely recommend anti-gravity battery. I know there's many different they're lithium ion batteries. There's many different brands. The reason I went with I have an anti-gravity RS7 is, first of all, you cut out 5 pounds. 5 pounds up here it's a big difference when you're riding off-road. You feel the difference right away when you remove 5 pounds from your bike. Second reason why I went with the RS7 is it has a restart function. I don't know if you can see it, but that button right there. So right there, that's a restart button. So they're smart batteries. In order to get that restart function to work and for the battery to properly work, when you first receive it, the batteries are in sleep mode. And so what you want to do is you want to fully charge it with a battery charger that's specifically meant for the Life P04 batteries. That way it gets the battery back up, and then you have to charge it 100% before installing it on your bike for that restart function. But what's convenient about that restart function, let's say if your battery dies, you leave the lights on or you're charging something and your battery's dead, you're in the middle of nowhere. Well, the anti-gravity has a function where you press the restart, and then the battery puts itself to sleep when it's about to die, and it gives you enough power. You press the restart button and it gives you enough power to start your bike again. So it's like a backup battery in your battery. So definitely recommend that. And with the lighter weight, when the bike falls, it's 5 pounds is 5 pounds. It's easier to lift up. Another thing is, if your stock battery dies, there's no way if it's completely dead, you put the key in, your dash isn't lighting up, there's no way you can push start the bike because it's fuel injected, so it needs some sort of electricity in order to get it started. With the anti-gravity, if the restart function, let's say, doesn't have enough juice to start it, it'll still power up your screen and your fuel injector, and you can still push start it just in case. I know some people say the lithium batteries perform horrible in cold weather. With this one, I haven't had issues. We took it up to the snow. If the battery does feel kind of low, quick trick is you turn your key on, run the electronics, turn the high beams, some auxiliary, maybe the fuel pump on and off, just to get juices running through the battery. And what that does is it warms it up, and then the battery, basically more power comes out, from what I understand. So that's definitely positive. If you're looking for lithium batteries, check out anti-gravity. While we're talking about electronics, I want to talk about USB auxiliary charger. So the one that I have is from SRC Moto. It has a USB and USB-C port on it. Comes with a bracket, and it comes with the OEM plug that on the CRF 300Ls, you have behind your headlight. It's super easy, plug it in and you're good. And what I like is that when you turn the key off, it does not turn on, so there's no parasitic battery drains. Why I recommend SRC Moto is, I mean, you can go on Amazon, buy a cheap one with SRC Moto. So initially I bought the first one almost 2 years ago, and it worked until it didn't. What happened was we were hunting high elevations, we were camping, and overnight we had freezing rain. And I believe what happened was, with all the water, charger was open during the daytime. I had my phone plugged in, so I got water in there, and then it froze overnight. Charger stopped working. I wrote SRC Moto. This is almost 2 years later. Like, hey, I have your product. It's not working. Can I order a new one? And Scott from SRC Moto reached out. I mean, he didn't even ask much questions other than, hey, what's your address? What was your order number? Sent me a new one, had a new one within 2 days. Guys, that's a company that I love working with. They stand behind their product. So if you're looking for an auxiliary charger, definitely recommend the SRC Moto chargers. Now, more on electronics is lighting. The OEM lighting on the CRF 300L is not great. The one that I have is from Cyclops. It's a company in Washington. So this is the Cyclops Ultra. I think it's a Cyclops 10 Ultra, but basically you can hear it. It has a fan that runs. This thing has worked really great. The difference between the regular and the Ultra is when you turn on a high beam with the Ultra, your low beam and high beam work together. On the regular one, you just have either low beam or high beam. I definitely recommend that. And then I also have these auxiliary lights. Got them on Amazon. I believe they're around $130. Super easy the wiring all comes wired. You just wire it onto your battery. I use the OEM reflector brackets, and then you just put these on, and they've been solid. But basically you have this switch, and same thing, it's wired to where it only turns on when the bike is on. But you have your yellow fog lights. You can make them high beams, which are white, and then it also has a pass function. And then you can also make it to where it does strobe. The way the strobe option works is you just double tap the top, and then so it has this option. This is the other option, but I don't know why you would need strobes. I don't use them. So, and then you just shut it off. But these lights make a huge difference off-road. Quality is just top notch. I mean, the bike fell over many times, and these lights, they don't move, they don't flicker, they just work perfectly. So definitely recommend those. That right there, that's a dent on my Flatland aluminum front brake rotor protector. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna need this. I was like, I'll just get it, put it on. But I did end up hitting a rock. This thing saved me from hitting my front brake rotor. So don't remember the price of this, but definitely recommend this. It's good to have, along with the skid plate. I just got the Tusk. This thing takes many hits and performs flawlessly. These are the Acerbis, I don't know how to pronounce it. Extra strong handguards. These things take a lot of hits, but they protect my bike. I mean, I have few scratches here, nothing crazy. But these, along with the Flatlands radiator guard, They take a lot of hits. I'm not the best rider. The bike likes to fall over a lot, but with the handguards and the milk crate, this is the famous milk crate, but this thing protects the exhaust. Like whenever it gets hit sideways, the milk crate takes the hit and this thing does not break off. One reason I actually just ended up getting the Acherbys tank. So did I need it? No, I wasn't going to get it, but on one of our last videos when we were in the snow, the bike fell over, not mine, the other CRF, and the radiator guard protected the radiator really well, because it got just slightly indented, but it protected, the radiator was not touched. But what did take a hit was the gas tank. The plastics remained in good condition, but then when we took it apart, the OEM gas tank had a big dent in it. It was pretty deep. So then I ended up ordering these off Rocky Mountain ATV. They were $230. Revzilla, I want to say they were like $360. So yeah, guys, $230. And so I was like, why not? And it's another weight savings. The Acherbys tank is about 1.1 pounds lighter than the stock tank. Stock tank takes roughly 2 gallons. This one takes 3.7 gallons. I didn't need it because the most we'll do off-road before we get to camp, I think it was like 110 miles. Off 2 gallons, the bike with off-road riding, typically I can get like 120, 130 miles on it. I do have this Trianga. It's a 1,000 milliliter fuel bottle. I just have it in the milk cart, just in case. Never needed to use it, but this bottle will give you roughly 17 to 22 miles of range of fuel. So I had that with me just in case. Now I don't need it, but still, if I plan on doing long rides, I'll fill it up full. But in reality, like two and a half gallons is plenty, and you don't have the extra weight. When it is filled up full, honestly, you don't feel a huge difference because the fuel goes a little lower than the stock tank, so it kind of wraps around the frame, so you have lower center of gravity. So really happy with this upgrade. And then the plastic is not gonna dent, and with falls, I mean, this tank is really sturdy. They have great reviews, so I doubt it'll break. Now, the reason I was talking about Toolkit, so once again, thank God I did not have to use any toolkits, and bike was down many times in the last 2 years. I definitely need one. I need to carry one. I have a place for it in the milk crate. I have, basically this is a motorcycle handlebar pack. It's waterproof, so I have it mounted in the milk crate if I need to put stuff in there. But when the other CRF fell, first thing we noticed was the front tire was off. And basically we didn't have any tools. I carry a Leatherman with me, but that's about it. Luckily, one of my good buddies, he has a KLX 300, and he had his OEM toolkit, which the Honda, I don't know if yours came with it. Mine didn't come with any tools other than 2 Allen wrenches. Maybe Honda was like, no, it's reliable, you don't need a toolkit. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I didn't get a toolkit, but basically all we had to do was you loosen these 2 bolts. I believe they're 12 millimeter, or 10, but basically you loosen these 2 bolts and then you just push down on the handlebars and it straightens back out. tighten it, and that's it. So it's not a big deal, but it was annoying to see that the wheel was off with the handlebars. That one has stock handlebars, and surprisingly they didn't get bent. On this one I just upgraded to the Pro Taper Contour Evos. I really like these bars. They're lighter weight than OEM, and they feel great. I'm about 6'1", 200 pounds. When I'm standing up, I don't have to hunch or anything, and it just makes the bike much more comfortable. Now for the maintenance part, just quick review of stuff that I like to use. So I like to use the Pro Honda 1030 HP4S oil. For initial break-in, you don't want to use synthetic. You want to use conventional. That way the metal in the engine wears properly. Synthetic is gonna, my guess is it's gonna lubricate it too much. It's not gonna let it settle the way it should, break in properly. So use conventional for the first 600 to 1,000 miles. Then you can switch to synthetic. So I do my oil changes about once a year. Honda recommends 8,000 miles. I can't do that. I'm really hard on this bike. Like whenever we go off road, I'm hard on it, and so I do my oil changes roughly every 1,500 miles. I mean, it's just 1.5 quarts. It's not much. For oil filters, I use either the K&N 103 or its High Filtro 103. Whatever you can get cheaper. It's usually the High Filtro. You can get them on Revzilla, sometimes around $3, or Amazon. The High Filtro and K&N, they're made in the same factory. So High Filtro is a sister company to K&N, and they produce the exact same filters, just branded different names. So get whatever's cheaper. For chain lube, I like to use the Pro Honda cleaner with a brush. Basically, you put the cleaner on, let it soak, take the brush it, wash it off, rinse it off, let the water dry. What I do is I take it for just a short ride. I mean, just simply get the water off, nothing long. Park the bike, let it dry overnight, and then I apply the white graphite chain lube. This stuff works great because, as you can see, it doesn't fling all over the bike. It dries, it protects it. It doesn't attract dirt as much. I mean, it's just barely, but it's not. I used to ride CBRs, and back then I would use Maxima, and for me it was really greasy, oily, and it would attract, and that's not even off-road. That was all street bikes. So really like the white graphite. Amazon, I think just the lube is like $25 or $27. Revzilla, they're around, you can get them for $9, $10. So check out Revzilla for both of these. For air filters, I use Twin Air filters. I really like the Maxima cleaners and oils. Cleaner, super easy, spray it on, wash it off. And then I also use a little bit of dish soap, and then let the filter dry, and then spray the oil on, let it soak, squeeze out all the oil, and then the oil dries in about 10 minutes. I always have a backup filter with me. You can get a backup Twin Air for around $20. I keep that in my pack, especially when we're riding Eastern Washington. A lot of the areas that had fires in the years prior, they have what we call moon dust. I mean, it gets everywhere, and your filters clog up fairly quickly. So I have an extra filter on hand, and that's about it. If you guys want to know anything else, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I apologize if this video, it's not professional. I just want to get information out, stuff that helped me. make this bike more enjoyable. For the toolkit, I am leaning towards the Tusk Adventure toolkit. Just putting that out there. It seems like a good overall toolkit. It's right around 5 pounds, so not light, but not too heavy. And yeah, I'm excited for this year. God willing, we're gonna be doing a lot of trips up in the mountains, just taking these bikes out, doing a lot of hunting, and just checking it out. So if you like, go ahead and subscribe and let me know if you guys want to know anything else. God bless you. Bye.